and welcome. I'm Tasha. Tonight I'm going to share with you a Samhain story. We're going to hear the story of the jack-o'-lantern and how Jack made a deal with the devil. Sit tight, get comfortable, relax, and just enjoy this little story. A long, long time ago, far across the sea, there was a man named Jack. He was your run-of-the-mill troublemaker. His favorite activity was his nightly visit to the pub. Once there, he could have his pick of locals to swindle, lie, and scam. He had that Charles Manson charm about him, where he could make anyone do anything just by being charismatic. Of course, like Charles Manson, if you didn't comply to his schemes, expect a fight, because Jack was never one you wanted to say no to. As you can tell, Jack was a special kind of trouble. His reputation was bigger than his puffed up chest and reached far beyond his village. So far, in fact, the devil himself heard about Jack's activities on Earth. Amused and a little bewildered, the devil thought Jack would be a great fit for his legions in the underworld. The devil thought to himself, I'm going to take this vile, wonderful creature's soul a little bit early. He'd be do good down here. The devil decided that now in this moment would be the best time to head to Jack's village to get his soul. On a cool autumn night, when the air smelled of smoke, Jack found himself stumbling about the town square. He was trying to navigate through his double vision, as his pockets were heavy from the night's plots. He decided it would be wise to take a seat for a moment and check to see if he had enough change for one more drink at the pub. The idea of the warm pub and liquor in his belly made him light up from inside. Just as he was counting his change, a well-dressed man appeared before him. He was tall and wore a black cloak. He had sharp, odd features. Something about this man seemed a little off, and Jack knew it. But he shrugged this away, blaming his drunken state for the weird feelings this man gave him. The stranger introduced himself straight away as the devil, and announced that he was here to claim Jack's soul. Jack, being the cunning man he was, thought, well, maybe he could get a free drink out of this devil. He looked like he had money, so surely he could afford a drink at the pub. All right, devil, Jack said. I'll give you my soul, but first allow me this one last pleasure, a drink to light up my belly before you take me away. The devil, being a noble beast, decided to imbibe in Jack's last earthly wish, and together, through the cool night air, they made their way to the pub. After sharing the drink with this strange man who called himself the devil, Jack was back to his old tricks. He said, Well, devil, if you say who you are is true, turn yourself into a coin and pay for these drinks. Surely you can do that. The devil, being the strong, silent type, simply looked Jack in the eyes and turned into a coin. Jack quickly grabbed the coin and stuffed it into his pocket, the same pocket where he kept his rosary. The crucifix burned the old devil and bound him inside the coin. He was unable to transform back into his true self. Inside of Jack's pocket, the devil demanded to be released. Jack, seeing an opportunity for taking advantage, made the devil promise that he would allow him to live on earth for 10 more years. And then he will come willingly to hell to forever do the devil's bidding. The devil, as we said, was a kind fellow. He took the deal. He was frustrated that Jack outwitted him, and he knew he needed him amongst his ranks. Being a man of his word, the devil did indeed allow Jack to live out 10 more years. Another autumn evening came, and Jack found himself face to face with his old friend. This time, Jack asked if he could get something good to eat, one last earthly pleasure, before they made their way to hell. For some reason, unknown to most, the devil agreed to this and took Jack for one final supper. After dinner, they made their way outside of the pub. Jack asked the devil if he would pick an apple for him from a nearby tree, the apple being one of the devil's favorite fruits since Eve. Without thinking, climbed the tree and picked the apple. What the devil didn't know was that while he was picking the apple, Jack had placed crosses all over the ground below the tree, trapping the devil. Once again, the devil found himself outwitted and demanded Jack for release. Jack made him promise that he would never again come for his soul and would let him live out the rest of his life on earth. The devil, feeling angry and defeated, agreed and retreated back to hell. Jack continued to live his life in the same manner. He would work during the day and make his way to the pub to swindle and lie at night. On this one particular evening, he was sitting at the bar, taking shot after shot, annoying the bartender and all those around him. Jack began to feel a little strange. His arms felt prickly and cold, his chest felt heavy and tight. Sweat was soaking his clothes, and his vision was becoming fuzzy. To the relief of those in the pub, Jack died right there on the spot. As quickly as he died, Jack found himself standing outside a beautiful, beautiful paradise, proud and impressed with himself that he somehow made it to heaven. He saw St. Peter at the gates. St. Peter had a very surprised look on his face. "Oh, you're not supposed to be here. You were too naughty in life. You lied and cheated. You lived a life of sin. You're not welcome here." Without having a chance to close his gaping mouth, he found himself now surrounded in hot orange light, being bathed in flames. There he saw his old foe, the devil, whose lips turned back into a rictus, bearing rows and rows of sharp teeth. "Devil, it is me, your old friend Jack. May I be let in? I can now command your armies, and I can be your right side man." The devil, being the inventor of holding a grudge, reminded Jack of their deal. "No, Jack. I am a man of my word, unlike you. You are banished to wander the darkness forever. You will never see anything that brought you happiness ever again. All the little devils and imps that make up this underworld will fear you. You will have no one but yourself. You will command no armies. You will get no reward, only the darkness. I will throw you this turnip and this light. Go, make yourself a lantern. But this is the last time I'll ever help you." With that, the devil disappeared, and Jack was left in the darkness alone. Knowing if he did not shelter his light, he would lose it, Jack decided to follow the directions from the devil and hollowed out the turnip, making it into a lantern. As Jack wandered the darkness, his reputation once again got ahead of him. Just as the devil said, demons, spirits, and the like were alit with conversation of this troublesome Jack, who outwitted the devil himself. They decided it would be better to stay as far away from him as possible, because there was no telling what Jack could do to them if he tricked the devil. They say Jack still wanders in the dark with his turnip lantern, looking for other souls to keep him company, doomed forever to be alone. This Samhain or this Halloween, when you go to carve your pumpkin and you put your light inside, think of poor Jack, wandering the underworld, looking for someone, some company, but all the while scaring everyone away. Thank you so much for listening. Happy Samhain season, and just have an amazing night. Bye.